there's been a thread going around probably for a year or something. It just, I don't normally do threads. Not that I have nothing against threads. It's just, it takes time. And then you have to go find an album. Uh, and then after you find that album, you talk about the album. The worst thing is you got to put the album away, which is awful because I just did a podcast. You know, my two guys talking about records, Jim Gleason. I got a pile of punk albums I have to put away. They're still here. I don't like doing it. And I've yet to hire someone to do it for me. So maybe Aiden, when he gets old enough, I can give him a quarter to put away my albums. Once he learns the alphabet, of course. But so female artists. And let's just talk first about female artists in my collections. I don't have a lot. And growing up, I didn't really, most of the female artists that I knew of played more of the folk, the Joni Mitchells, the Carly Simons, that kind of Carole King, or their Motown, which I didn't mind Motown, but I wasn't buying that. That was 60s. That was like old-timey stuff or whatever. So I didn't buy a lot. Now, I did buy Heart. I liked Heart because they were rocking until they went power ballads on me. There was, Joan Jett. And there was, there you go. I had a Helen Reddy album because it was one of those Columbia House. I had to get 13 albums. I had 12 picked, needed one more. I know who Helen Reddy is. I'll buy that one. So that's the truth too, and I'm sticking with that. But otherwise, no, I just never bought a lot, and female artists never really interested me until lately. And now, you know what? A lot of the shoegaze that I've been listening to, female artists, I really love it. Especially, and you think even into the 80s, you have, the Sugar Cubes, of course, then Bjork. But, I just, a lot of those groups that I really like, Cocteau Twins, a lot of great female artists. But so I was thinking about that. Actually, I was going to show a bunch of new ones. I go, you know what? Let's go into the hidden part of my collection. The part of my collection that a lot of people don't ever see, because it isn't like I got a lot. But in this section, I may have more female artists than I do male artists. Kind of wild. But for whatever reason, I like the female artists here. So let's do that. I could have shown Wet Leg. Wet Leg, I love that group. That would have been a good one, but that doesn't fit into this. So let us begin. Female artists in my collection, show 5. There's a hell of a lot more than 5, but I will not pontificate about these. Don't ask me to spell it. We begin with the Civil Wars. Joy Williams was the lead singer in here. I loved the Civil Wars. I mean, it was kind of folky. It's just the voices were so good. They blended so well. Absolutely gorgeous. And this album, I mean, beautiful. Huge fan of them. It was really sad when they broke up. It didn't last long, I think, but 2 albums. But the Civil Wars of Joy Williams. I should have grabbed Ellison Cross, her and Robert Plant. I love those albums. Saw them in concert a couple years ago in Red Rocks, and Ellison Cross is fantastic. But I didn't pull that one. But let's go into, how about the Soderbergh sisters? You know, the Soderbergh sisters, Johanna and Clara. First Aid Kit. Big fan of First Aid Kit. It's not what I would normally put on, but supporting Sweden, of course. You know, they are from Sweden, 2 sisters. They're like 3 years apart. Harmonies are phenomenal. Again, just such beauty to them. There's one of their albums I don't like. It was like this live thing that, I don't know, it just kind of sucked. But overall, I really enjoyed everything that they have put out, and they have really made some beautiful music together. This was their one that came out last year, Palomino. So the Soderbergh sisters, great stuff. First Aid Kit. This one, I mean, now she's old timey, you know, Graham Parsons and everything. But this is what hooked me on Emmylou Harris. This album, if I did another ranking of my top 100, you talk about something time consuming, do a top 100. It's fun. It's just, it takes you like a year to do, it seems like. But Emmylou Harris, this album here would make my top 100 without a doubt. I love Wrecking Ball. I think Wrecking Ball is an absolutely gorgeous album. Her vocals couldn't be better. This was followed up by Red Dirt Girl. I just, such a wonderful album. If you've never listened to it, stream it. Her voice is just amazing on this. I like her 70s stuff that she put out, and I do have those albums. 80s is kind of, yeah, kind of, 90s, when she came in with this thing, pure beauty. Then, here's another. Miranda Lambert. Man, she writes great songs. They're catchy, they're fun, there's some great stories with them. I just love what she does. I think it's just absolutely I don't know if she writes her songs or someone else writes them. I think she writes them, but she has made just some incredibly good albums. And so, you know, it's always exciting when I hear something from her. And I generally will pick up her albums when they come out. Just one of my all-time favorite country artists, Miranda Lambert. But keeping going, this is another group, Dixie Chicks. Oh! I said, Dixie! Oh my God, I just got censored. It's the Chicks. Whatever. It's the Dixie Chicks. And I'm okay with that. Sue me. Great stuff. I mean, okay. So a bunch of people didn't like him when they were out there protesting things. You know what? They did what they needed to do. And I did. It was like, really? You were burning Dixie Chick albums and stuff like that and sending them death threats? Oh, my God. You know, they didn't agree with the war that was going on. Well, then sing about it. I mean, that was called Vietnam, folks. But this is their greatest hits. I don't need all their albums. I did need their greatest hits because I think they're phenomenal. I mean, there's so many good songs. The Long Way Around. Easy Silence is one of the most gorgeous songs ever made. I mean, it's just, oh, guys, so good. It gives me goosebumps. Right now I got goosebumps just thinking about the song Easy Silence, because it's just about how going through a bad time and her husband, her partner, this is Natalie Merchant, Natalie, whatever. Like I know their names. But her husband would be there to help her, give her strength, and make things better. What a song. Oh my God, that's wonderful. You know, and of course, not ready to make nice is great. It's just, actually, this is not their greatest hits. Oh my God. This is Take the Long Way Home. I got the greatest hits somewhere in there because I love their greatest hits. But this is my favorite Dixie Chick album. This is the one that just, it inspires me and it makes me just excited. Dixie Chicks. Pistol Annies. They're a bunch of pistols, all right. They're fun music, exciting music, great storytelling again. I Feel Sin coming on. Hush, hush. There we go. I'm Being Pretty Ain't Pretty. Being Pretty Ain't Pretty. Blues, You're a Buzzkill. Don't talk about him, Tina. Just it's great stuff. I mean, again, you got Miranda Lambert on there, so I am all in on that one. And Miranda, you have Angela Presley, and of course Ashley Monroe, which I'm a Ashley Monroe fan. I think she has a great voice. But yeah, Pistol Annies, I got a few of them. John Digital Gramophone made me buy this. He just kept talking about it. He wouldn't shut up about this group, I'm pretty sure. It's good. You know, John knows his stuff. But the Plains, it's a little quiet for me at times, but I decided to get it. And you're saying, well, what's the name of those two gals? Well, it's Emma and Flo, I think. We're going to go with it because I don't have a clue. They're just called The Plains. Yeah, good album. Casey Musgraves. I like her stuff. She's gotten really pop lately. It's okay, you know. She's gone, you know, the Taylor Swift route and that, but you know, her first few albums, I thought, again, beautiful songwriting. She can make the quieter ballads, but she has such a very nice voice in the way she does it. I've always, you know, this has Space Cowboy. That is a cool song. Slow Burn, wonderful song. Again, it's just some really beautiful music. Country, as you can kind of guess now, if you haven't figured this out, for those of you that are a little slow, I'm showing country albums, or kind of folk, I guess. But yeah, that's, of course, those people already left. But it's a genre that I don't have a lot of. I don't hate it or anything. It's just, you know, you only got so much money. You can't buy everything. Though some people really, really try. JT. But this, yeah, when it comes to country, I'm heavy in female artists for whatever reason. Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, Emmylou Harris, trio. Wonderful album. Never been a big Dolly Parton fan. Oh, I said Emmylou Harris. I said Dolly Parton. Who else? It's Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris, and Linda Ronstadt. I gave someone else in there. But it's Linda Ronstadt. And Tony P, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know I'm not a huge Linda Ronstadt fan, but I do have some of her albums. But in trio, wonderful stuff. Then, now we're getting to some older stuff. I pulled it. I was trying to do newer artists, but what the hell. Tanya Tucker, Delta Rose. What's that flower? I'm not a huge Tanya. I don't know how I got that. I think maybe someone sent this to me. Or I found it for $1 or something. I mean, Delta Rose is growing up, so I bought that. I mean, she was so young when she started. Just amazing, but she has a great voice. For country, we have Wanda Jackson. This is one of her country albums. She wanted to be a country singer at the very start of her career, but was talked into rockabilly. Elvis Presley was part of it. She's a real looker. And a lot of the guys, the rock stars were Wanda Jackson, yeah. So she went to be rockabilly, and she's one of my favorite rockabilly singers. And then country, she finally got back into country, and well, damn. I mean, look at that. Wee-ha! Yeah, she was pretty good at it. Then Olivia Newton-John's greatest hits. I have this filed in country, but she does a lot of country. She really is, I think, more of a country singer than a pop singer. Though on here you have You Ever Been Mellow, you know, which is very much a pop song, but yeah, it's okay. And then to finish it off, let's just do Marie Osmond once again, because I got it super cheap and I now have Paper Roses just because. Yeah. But otherwise, no, not a fan. Okay, so there we have it. That's female artists. That's country female artists. Country coming from me. Who knew I had so many? Yeah, I actually knew I had that many because I told you that's where I tend to go when it comes to country, especially the newer stuff. I really like what's happening by the female artists. I truly do need to get Taylor Swift. I truly do need it, but it's just one of those things you go in and go, well, do I need it? I want this more. You know, what do you want more? And she hasn't made the cut yet, but oh well, someday she will. So that's it. Thank you for hanging out here Thursday, probably. I think actually, I have a couple of record store tours I can do. So, yeah, I went to another record store, and I met someone really cool. But that one's coming up on a later episode. So, thanks, everyone. Have a great week. See you later. Bye.